The Man with Small Hair by Jane Jolly and Andrew Joyner. The Man with Small Hair. The man with small hair loved his hair. He works hard at keeping it small. He fancied the feel of prickly bristles and the funny shadows they made. But when he went outside, he always wore his just-in-case hat. One day, he was out walking when a woolly wind whisked his just-in-case hat off his head. People stared at him and pointed. They whispered behind their hands. The man with small hair let his hair grow big. The man with big hair loved his almost pants. He packed his knees when he wore them. They were long enough to keep him warm, but short enough to let him leap about. But when he went out, he always wore his just-in-case coat. One day, he was out walking, and when the buttons on his just-in-case coat went pop, 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 people stared at him and pointed. They whispered behind their hands. The man with big hair bought some long pants. The man with big hair and long pants lugged his zing-a-ding-ding boots. He whistled when he wore them. They blinked and twinked and cartwheeled them around. But when he went out, he always wore his just-in-case galoshes. One day, he was out walking when his just-in-case galoshes got stuck in the mud. People stared at him and pointed. They whispered behind their hands. The man with big hair and long pants put on some sensible shoes. The man with big hair, long pants, and sensible shoes loved his clickety-clackety beads. They put words into his head that made him laugh and sing out loud. But when he went out, he always wore his just-in-case scarf. But one day, he was out walking when a bangle-bangle bird snatched his just-in-case scarf. People stared and pointed. They whispered behind their hands. The man with big hair, long pants, and sensible shoes hid his clickety-clackety beads. One day, the man with big hair, long pants, sensible shoes, and without clickety-clackety beads looked at himself in the mirror. Who was this man? Who was this man that was not him? He cut off his big hair. He put on his almost pants. He pulled on his zing-a-ding-ding boots, and he brought out his clickety-clackety beads. And he went for a walk. People stared at him and pointed. They whispered behind their hands. The man with small hair kept walking. He whistled and leapt. He clicked and clacked and zing-a-ding-dinged. And wild and wondrous words floated through his head. The end.